So you've worked on the silverback deadlift. You understand now how to hold a neutral spine under load, which is fantastic. For the next bit, I want you to keep practicing the full deadlift for the moment when we're doing these things. So shoulders away, hinging over, making sure it's not a squat position as well. So my shins are pretty close to vertical. Other thing, making sure my shoulders don't dip down. I should say, if you're struggling to get down into this position, you might want to put something underneath the kettlebell. So you're picking up and putting down maybe from this level here. So sometimes we put like a step or whatever for those that are a little bit tight through their hammies. Nonetheless, I'm going to deadlift my kettlebell. I'll stand tall. And I want you to think hinging to about a 45-degree angle. From there, just listen to my breathing. We call this the height pass or the pendulum when it comes to initiating the kettlebell swing. So you'll hinge over to that 45-degree angle. You're keeping a neutral spine and you're trying to keep your body as steady as possible. From here, you'll be throwing the kettlebell behind you, keeping your wrist straight. And I want you to think it's approximately the sort of center of your forearm hitting the inside of your thigh. Things that we don't want you to do is pull the kettlebell up in the air. That's what a lot of, unfortunately, trainers will do, is they'll actually pull the kettlebell up. When you're actually doing a kettlebell swing, it's actually your hips which send the bell forward. Okay, it's the pop of the hip. You'll understand that as we go along with this. So just to show you again, kettlebell in between your feet, neutral spine as you practice. Making sure you're not here, not too high. Getting tight through your body. Breathe in. Deadlift. Hinge over. Breathe in and breathe out as the kettlebell comes forward. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears and keeping that neutral spine. We want you to feel like you're almost pulling with your lats. So if I could show you without the bell, you're throwing the kettlebell behind you and just letting it swing forward by itself. It's very important for you to understand that you're just letting the kettlebell just come forward by itself without actually pulling it up. 3 of those pendulum swings to an actual pop of the hip. So an actual kettlebell swing. So what I said in the previous video is it is the hips which send the kettlebell forward. So you might need to actually practice doing that. So this is called chop and pop. So chopping the hip and then popping it forward. So when we pop forward, we want to stand to what we say is like standing to attention. So in particular, pinching our glutes together, tightening up through our quad at the top, and also a bit of a brace through the abs. Nonetheless, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to hinge over again, guys. I'm going to set up my back. Deadlift the bell. Breathe in. Hinge over. I want you to go 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. Remember, you're really punching your hip forward. All right? You're punching your hip forward because that is what is actually sending the bell forward. If you do that well, and you do that quite strongly, you should feel like your glutes turn on a bit, and even your hammies a little bit as well. Again, it is a great way of working on your conditioning, but be nice and tall at the top and get that exhalation quite strongly when you pop your hip.